Hello guys, I'll be talking about intermittent fasting. Today I fasted for 20 hours. Yesterday I had the last meal. I finished meal at 7 at night, 7 in the evening, and I took my lunch the following day at 3 p.m., 3 in the afternoon. So it's as long as 20 hours. And it's not without water, it's not without tea, coffee, or green tea, without milk and sugar. As long as you're having water, as long as you're having tea without sugar, milk, coffee without sugar and milk, and green tea without sugar and milk, you're fasting. This is water fasting. And if you do not have water or this tea, coffee, and green tea, you're also fasting, but this is dry fasting. In the month of Ramadan, what do we do? Before the Fajr prayers, we stop eating, and then we do not have anything. And just at the beginning of the sunset, we break the fast. So that's dry fasting. We don't have anything. But as long as you're having water, any water or anything that's without milk and sugar, liquid anything, you are still fasting, but this is called water fasting. So what does it happen when you have a long time without any food? Your body works a lot, your brain works a lot, and it even burns your fat. Actually, what happens if you talk about a car may be run by petrol and the other car may be run by CNG. So when you are having a car without the CNG mechanism, you are spending more money on fuel, right? And if you change the mode of fuel, that is CNG, you are saving money, right? The same way, when you are having food, your stomach is busy, your brain is busy, your body is busy for digestion, right? And as long as you are having nothing, your body is doing fine, your brains are working fine. In every way, it's better for your health. So intermittent fasting, as you every time heard. So all you do is try to finish all the food a little early at night, as early as possible, and do not go for any food. Suppose at 12 o'clock you find that something is tasty, something you're going to eat, so just leave it for tomorrow. Okay, and I have this food, that food, then okay, I'll have it tomorrow morning, right? Just have tea, coffee, green tea without milk and sugar, and have water as you think fine for your body, right? Just a little relax, and after you wake up, do not go for food, at least for 30 minutes. After you wake up, after you leave the bed, you should not have milk before 30 minutes. But what happens if you do not feel like eating? So don't go for eating, right? So I finished my meal at 7 o'clock yesterday, and I did not have anything more. I went to sleep, right? I slept. Next morning I woke up and I was fine. And I was fine up to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I have meal. So it's 20 hours. It may be less than that, but what's better is that at least you go for water fasting for 12 hours. So there are two windows. One is for eating and the other one is for fasting, either dry fasting or water fasting. So try to make the window, the time that you eat, smaller, maybe 10 hours, maybe 8 hours, maybe 6 hours, maybe 2 hours, like that. And when you're trying to save the time, what are you doing? The other window is getting bigger. 12 hours you're not having any food, 13 hours, 14 hours, like this 20 hours, even it's possible to have without food for 24 hours. Sadhguru, Indian great man, he is quite fine. He doesn't have any other meal. He just has one meal, that is OMAD. OMAD. Only meal a day, one meal a day, 24 hours. So he takes food, and it's between 4 in the afternoon and 5 in the afternoon. That's between 4 and 5. For 1 hour he spends uh, whatever he wants to eat. He doesn't bother because he every day eats once a day, so he doesn't mind having any food. But if you can't do it, if you have food, suppose for 12 hours and do not have food for 12 hours, avoid sugar, avoid, I mean, milk with tea, milk, I mean, do not, I mean, have sugar. You do not have carbohydrate, right? Rice is full of carbohydrate, bread is full of carbohydrate, so this kind of foods you can avoid. So how can you do it? You can have 4 eggs or 3 eggs. It can be boiled, it can be cooked, it can be baked. Doesn't matter. But the thing is that if you want to have an egg or 3 eggs or 4 eggs baked, then do not bake with oil. Bake with ghee, right? Ghee. That's very vital. Do not go for oil, because oil is so much full of calories, right? And very bad for your body. Terrible. So avoid it, right? So when you are having baked eggs, you just bake them with little ghee. No problem, a little ghee is enough to bake. And when you are having eggs cooked or boiled, you don't have any problem. Doesn't much matter, right? Soybean oil is not good, but mustard oil is good, right? Mustard oil is fantastic. There are other oils you can also use, but mustard oil is not expensive. It's as expensive as soybean, right? So it's not going to be so much difficult for you. Your budget may be low, it's going to be quite all right. And the other food that's very good, every day you will have nuts. There are expensive nuts. These are better than peanuts, the normal ground nuts. So it doesn't much matter if you have nuts. Little more than 100 grams is fine. If you are bloating having nuts, then little bit avoid, or have 50 grams like that. Doesn't much matter. So try your best to have food less than 12 hours. Maybe just have food for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. At least 12 hours you should not have food. You should have water fasting. And you have a lot of problems in your body, all the wastage you have. All these wastage can be burnt out, can be driven out of your body if you keep fasting. Suppose in the month of Ramadan, I don't have any thirsty, no hunger, nothing. It's because I do not have sugar, I do not have carbohydrates, I do not have rice, I do not have bread. As I don't have sugary food or carbohydrates, what happens? My body it works much better. I can run fast. I can run for 12 hours, 12 kilometers, 10 kilometers. Even before fasting in the month, even before breaking the fast in the evening in the month of Ramadan, I ran even 10 kilometers for an hour. Doesn't matter. It's quite simple. When you do not have food, when you do not have sugar in your stomach, what happens? You will not feel hungry, because you have subcutaneous fat. When your belly is little swollen, means it is little bit full of subcutaneous fat. When you are having no meal long, the body will try to have that food. So you are fasting in the month of Ramadan, you are not eating anything, but you are not getting hungry because you have a lot of storage. You have a lot of, when you are watching a drama, and if you are having no internet, then if you have a downloaded drama, then you can still watch. Similarly, and if you do not have food, do not have meat or whatever, don't go to buy it in the market. You open the freezer and you take it out and then cook it and have it later. Right? It's as simple as that. So even when you're eating, you're not breaking the fast, because you are not eating by your mouth, but your body is eating the subcutaneous fat, the visceral fat, right? Then that's it. Your body is eating, the body is not getting hungry, and the benefit is that you're fasting, you're having a lot of virtues. You become a good Muslim, right? So try your best to avoid food at least for 12 hours. If it is more than 12 hours, the better. The longer period you do not have any food, the better it is for your health. Do not go for medicines, avoid it. That can help get your body fit, free from diseases. You can get energy and you can move properly. There are other videos in my channel you can also watch, and coming up videos can also be helpful. I'll keep uploading videos on health issues. Thanks for watching.